What if I told you that the haircut you have right now might be making you look 10 years older? Would you believe me? I know, that sounds a little bold, but take a moment and really think about it. When was the last time you truly changed your hairstyle? According to the American Beauty Association, nearly *80% of women over 60 have kept the same haircut for more than a decade. Why? Because they're afraid of change. Or worse, because someone once told them that after a certain age, they should play it safe. But here's the truth, that so-called safety is often what makes us look older, heavier, and more tired than we actually are. And that's not who you are, is it? You've lived, you've loved, you've evolved. So why should your hair stay stuck in the past? Spring is right around the corner. And spring isn't just about the world blooming again, it's about you blooming again. It's the perfect time to refresh, to redefine, and to reconnect with the woman you see in the mirror. Because a haircut isn't just a style change, it's a shift in energy, in confidence, in how you show up in the world. Hair isn't just fashion, it's a statement. It says, I'm still here, I'm still evolving, and I still love feeling beautiful in my own way. And if you've ever thought it was too late to reinvent yourself, I'm here to remind you, it's never too late. In today's video, I'm going to share 5 of the biggest spring 2025 hairstyle trends designed specifically for women over 60. Each one is elegant, modern, and easy to wear, but more importantly, each one will help you rediscover that fresh, confident, effortlessly radiant version of yourself. So, are you ready? Because in the next few minutes, you might not just want a new haircut, you might want a whole new outlook on yourself. Have you ever wondered why 2 women can wear the same short haircut, yet one looks radiant and youthful while the other seems older and more severe? The difference isn't in the cut itself, but in the texture the movement and most importantly, the energy behind it. A modern textured pixie is the perfect example of that idea. Picture this. Soft, feathered layers that frame the face, a little volume at the crown, and a few wisps falling naturally around the ears. It's not your grandmother's pixie anymore, it's light, modern, and full of confidence. According to Modern Salon's 2024 Style Report the number of women over 60 choosing pixie cuts has increased by nearly 35% in just 3 years. That tells you something. Older women aren't trying to hide their age anymore. They're redefining what 60 looks like. Let me tell you about one of my clients, Susan, who's 67. She once told me, I'd love a short cut, but I'm afraid I'll look like a strict schoolteacher. I smiled and said, let's give you a soft pixie, not stiff, not flat, but light and layered. When she looked in the mirror after the cut, she gasped. Her face looked lifted, her neck elongated, and her eyes suddenly sparkled. A week later, she called and laughed. People keep saying I look like I just came back from a yoga retreat, not like someone in her late 60s. Here's the truth. A modern pixie does more than shorten your hair. It opens up your face shows off your neck and draws attention to your features in a way that feels natural and fresh. As we age, our skin tone changes and our hair tends to lose density. But when you lighten up the length and add soft layers, the whole face seems brighter. A 2023 study in the British Journal of Aesthetic Medicine found that short, layered styles visually reduce facial heaviness by *5–7%*, simply by exposing the neck and jawline to more light. If you're asking yourself, would a pixie work for me? Here's a simple trick. Place your fingers along your cheekbones and jawline. If you've got softly angled or oval features, a pixie was made for you. If your face is more square or has deeper lines, just keep the fringe a bit longer to soften the edges. And remember, today's pixie doesn't have to be super short. Longer layers on top keep it feminine and effortless. That, I woke up like this, kind of chic that French women seem to master so easily. I often tell my clients, a great haircut is one that makes you smile at your reflection without trying too hard. The beauty of the pixie is that it's low maintenance yet full of personality. No rollers, no heavy styling, Just a dab of lightweight cream or a bit of texturizing paste, and you're ready for the day. If your hair has become fine or sparse, and let's be honest, that's totally normal after 60, this cut can be a game changer. Those feathered layers create the illusion of double the volume. No teasing, no sticky hairspray, just natural movement. I remember another woman, Linda, 64, from Chicago. Years of stress had thinned her hair, and she told me she hadn't felt beautiful in a long time. After we gave her a softly layered pixie and added a cool silver tone to enhance her natural color, she looked in the mirror and said quietly, for the first time in years, I don't feel like I have to hide. That's when it hit me. Sometimes, a haircut doesn't just change your appearance, it changes how you see yourself. Another bonus? The pixie brings your entire style into focus. With shorter hair, your accessories, neckline, and makeup suddenly pop. A pair of statement earrings, a silk scarf, a crisp white blouse, and you've got instant elegance. When I style women with pixie cuts, I always tell them about my favorite trio: clean, chic, and confident. With hair this short, a touch of berry lipstick and a subtle eyeliner can say more than a full face of makeup ever could. Now let me ask you, when you look in the mirror each morning, do you still see that vibrant woman you once were? If not, maybe your hairstyle is still telling an old story, one that you've already outgrown. And maybe it's time to start a new one. A pixie doesn't take away your femininity. It reveals your confidence. It's a style for the woman who knows who she is, and doesn't need anyone else's approval. When your hair feels light and effortless, something shifts inside you. You don't just look younger, you feel younger. And the best part? A modern pixie keeps up with your life. Whether you're grabbing coffee with friends, traveling, or gardening, it always looks polished without trying too hard. A quick tousle with your fingers, a smile in the mirror, and you're good to go. If you're still on the fence, here's one last secret before we move on. In both fashion and beauty, the real key to looking youthful isn't in color or length, it's in asterisk movement. When your hair moves with you, catches the light, and flows naturally with your energy, you're not just wearing a haircut. You're living in it, and that's exactly the spirit we'll carry into the next style, one that's timeless, soft, and forever elegant. If there's one haircut that perfectly balances timeless elegance with modern style, it's the soft layered bob. It's the kind of haircut where every strand seems to move with you, light, airy, and effortlessly graceful. It doesn't shout for attention, but somehow, everyone notices you look refreshed, alive, and confident. A soft layered bob usually falls right around the jawline or just below, with feathered layers that add movement and volume. It's easy, it's flattering, and it can completely transform your face with almost no effort. According to the American Hair Design Institute's 2023 Beauty Survey nearly 48% of women between 55 and 70 said switching to a layered bob made them look 5 to 8 years younger. That's because those soft layers naturally lift the face, what stylists call the lifting effect. The light, cascading texture frames the cheekbones, softens the jawline, and brightens the complexion, all without a single cosmetic procedure. I'll never forget one of my favorite clients, Marcia, a 62-year-old woman from New York. She came into the salon one rainy morning and said, "My hair feels heavy, my face looks tired, I think I've lost my spark." We talked about what she wanted to feel, not just how she wanted to look. I suggested a soft layered bob, something airy, with a bit of bounce and movement. When she saw herself in the mirror after the cut, she paused for a long time. Then she smiled and said, "I didn't just change my hair, I changed how I walk into the world." And honestly, that's what this haircut is all about. Now, if you're wondering whether a layered bob would suit you, here's a good way to think about it. If your face feels a little fuller or you've noticed some sagging around the cheeks, those soft layers will instantly balance your proportions. And if your face is smaller or more defined, a slightly longer bob that hugs the chin can emphasize your bone structure beautifully. For women with thinning hair, it's also a secret weapon. The layered technique can increase the appearance of density by up to 40%. according to the Professional Stylists Guild 2024. From an aesthetic point of view, the soft layered bob creates movement and light. It draws attention away from areas like the jawline or neck and redirects the eye to your smile and your eyes, where your real energy lives. Have you ever noticed how a woman's whole face seems to open up when she gets a good bob? That's not magic, it's physics and emotion working together. It's what I like to call the spirit lift . Not just a facial lift, but a lift in how you carry yourself. I experienced it myself a few years ago. For decades, I kept my hair long because I thought femininity meant length. But when I turned 56, I finally went for a soft layered bob, and it changed how I felt about myself. I looked lighter, brighter, and more current, but more than that, I felt lighter inside. That day, I realized something I now tell every woman who sits in my chair. When your hair moves, your soul moves too. One of the best things about the bob is how versatile it is. You can wear it sleek and straight during the week, or add soft curls for weekend brunch. And if you're embracing your natural grays, a layered bob with subtle gray blending can be stunning. The way the light hits each layer makes the silver tones sparkle and gives your skin an instant glow. It's no surprise that at Paris Fashion Week 2025 more than 60% of models over 50 walked the runway in some version of the layered bob. Proof that true elegance never expires. And let's talk about styling. A bob pairs beautifully with simple, sophisticated pieces. An open-collared blouse, a light blazer, small silver earrings. The haircut itself draws attention to your neckline, so adding a silk scarf or delicate jewelry enhances that refined look. You don't need bold colors or loud accessories, just clean lines and soft textures. The goal isn't to look younger, it's to look alive. I often ask my clients, when was the last time you looked in the mirror and truly liked the woman staring back? And you'd be amazed how many of them say, not in a while. But after a soft layered bob, something changes. They stand taller, their eyes light up, they smile differently, not because they look like someone else, but because they finally see themselves again. If you're stuck between keeping your long hair or making a change, think of the bob as that perfect middle ground. It's the line between classic and modern, soft and structured. You don't have to give up your femininity to feel fresh. You just need to rediscover it in a new shape. And when your bob moves with the breeze, when it brushes lightly against your cheek as you laugh, that's when you know it's more than a haircut. It's a statement, a rhythm, a reminder that beauty isn't about standing still. It's about flowing gracefully with time. So, as we move on to the next style, one that's a little freer, a little bolder, remember this. When your hair has movement, your spirit does too. There's something effortlessly graceful about shoulder-length hair with soft, wispy bangs. It's that perfect balance, not too short to feel severe, not too long to feel heavy. This style has become the symbol of the soft feminine, trend for 2025, a celebration of natural movement, ease, and authenticity. All over the world, women are embracing this kind of softness. According to Vogue Beauty Trends 2025 more than 54% of American women over 55 have chosen shoulder-length styles because they feel lighter, freer, and more themselves. That shift says a lot. We're no longer chasing the idea of looking young, we're embracing what it means to look alive. I think of Helen, one of my favorite clients, who's 65 and recently retired from teaching in Florida. She came to see me with long, heavy hair that she said, felt like a weight hanging over my face. After years of putting everyone else first, she wanted something new, something that matched how she felt inside. I suggested a shoulder-length cut with wispy bangs to open her face and add softness. When I finished, she looked in the mirror for a long moment, smiled, and said quietly, "It feels like I'm myself again." That's when I knew, sometimes a simple haircut can feel like shedding a decade of old energy. Tell me honestly, have you ever felt that way? When your hair gets too long, you feel slower, almost drained. And then, after a good cut, suddenly your step feels lighter, your shoulders lift, and your reflection seems brighter. That's not your imagination. That's biology and design working together. According to the American Academy of Dermatology women over 60 naturally lose 10–15% of hair density each decade. So when your hair gets too long, it actually pulls the strands flat, making everything look heavier. But when it's cut to shoulder length, the weight balances perfectly, giving your hair a natural, airy bounce again. And let's talk about those wispy bangs. They're like a soft watercolor filter for your face. Not too thick, not too blunt, just enough to gently blur the lines of time. They frame the forehead and highlight the eyes without feeling heavy. A 2024 Harper's Bazaar Beauty Lab survey found that 83% of women over 60 said wispy bangs made them feel fresher and more confident, and that they needed less makeup overall. It's amazing how a few light strands can make such a difference, softening fine lines while still letting your face shine through. I can relate to Helen's story, because I was her once. For years, I clung to long hair, thinking femininity meant length. But after my 58th birthday, I finally decided to cut it to my shoulders and add soft bangs. That day, something changed. I felt lighter, freer, like I could finally breathe. Now, I spend less than 5 minutes styling in the morning, a little argan oil for shine, a quick blow dry on cool air, and I'm ready to go. No mousse, no complicated tools, because elegance doesn't need effort. If you're thinking about trying this look, here's a tip. Keep the ends grazing your shoulders and let the bangs fall naturally, slightly uneven. That little bit of movement makes all the difference. It gives the illusion that your hair, and your spirit, are both in motion. Sometimes, I just let my hair air dry and go about my day, and people still stop me to say, "You look like you just came from the salon." It's that kind of easy beauty, the kind that comes from not trying too hard. Picture yourself in a crisp white blouse, a pair of small gold hoops, and hair that lightly brushes your shoulders when you laugh. It's soft. It's timeless. That's the beauty of this haircut. It doesn't compete with you, it completes you. I often tell my clients, at 60, your hair doesn't need to be thick, it just needs to be right. The right length, the right texture, the right feeling. Because at this stage of life, your hair isn't about impressing anyone else. It's about reflecting who you've become. Confident, comfortable, effortlessly radiant. And if you're looking for a hairstyle that fits every moment, morning coffee with friends, a family dinner, or a spontaneous road trip, this is it. Shoulder-length hair with wispy bangs moves with you, lives with you, and most importantly, reminds you that simplicity is its own kind of sophistication. Every time I see a woman walk out of the salon with this cut, I notice the same thing. She moves differently. Her head lifts, her smile softens, and her eyes say, "I feel like me again." Because when your hair feels light, your heart does too. And once you've embraced that lightness, that balance between softness and strength, you'll be ready for what comes next. A style that's bolder, freer, and full of personality. But for now, enjoy this moment, this easy, graceful, shoulder-length confidence that reminds you, sometimes, simple is the most beautiful thing of all. There's something powerful about asymmetry. It's not about imbalance, it's about confidence. An asymmetrical haircut says something words can't. I know who I am, and I don't need to be perfectly even to be beautiful. It's the look of a woman who's lived, who's evolved, and who now defines beauty on her own terms. When you pair that boldness with the soft movement of a shag, the soft shag, as stylists call it, you get the best of both worlds. The asymmetrical cut brings structure and edge, while the soft shag adds freedom and flow. Together, they create what I like to call the rebirth energy. That moment when women over 60 rediscover themselves not through youth, but through self-expression. I remember one of my favorite clients, Marianne, a 63-year-old painter from California. She had worn the same neat bob for over 20 years, safe, polished, predictable. One day, she sat in my chair and said, "When I paint, I feel free. But when I look in the mirror, my hair still looks confined." So we went for it. an asymmetrical cut with light shag layers. The right side swept gently across her cheekbone, the left side just a little longer, with soft texture around the crown. When she saw herself afterward, she smiled and said, "Every morning, I look in the mirror and feel like I'm painting myself all over again." And she was right. That haircut didn't just change her style, it reignited her spirit. Have you ever felt like that? Like you've spent decades being everything for everyone else, and now you're ready to just be you again? That's what asymmetrical and soft shag styles do. They don't chase perfection. They celebrate imperfection, the movement, the texture, the story. One side a little longer, one side a little lighter. That's what gives it life. According to the Milan Paris Fashion Week 2025 Trend Report asymmetrical and textured cuts ranked number 1 in the modern ageless styles category, increasing by *42% compared to last season. Runway stylists describe them as liberating yet sophisticated, ideal for women who love travel, culture, and modern city living, what we call boho chic or urban cool. I saw women in Milan rocking these cuts with oversized white shirts, square sunglasses, and silver cuffs, walking like they owned every street they stepped on. They weren't trying to look younger, they were simply owning their age with style. And you might be wondering, would this kind of haircut actually work for me? If you're the kind of woman who likes a little adventure, who's tired of playing it safe, then yes, absolutely. Asymmetrical and soft shag cuts are made to move with you. They work on every texture, thick or fine, straight or wavy, because they embrace the natural direction of your hair instead of fighting it. The key is soft layering and slight unevenness that creates motion and lift. When your hair moves, your face lifts. It's nature's best facelift. I've experienced this transformation myself. After years of traditional, neat haircuts, I finally tried an asymmetrical shag at 59. The next morning, I caught my reflection and thought, wow, I still have that spark. My neck looked longer, my face lighter, but more than that, I felt alive again. There was something liberating about seeing my reflection match the woman I had become, not the one I used to be. The best part about these cuts? They're incredibly versatile. You can style them sleek and modern one day, then tousled and bohemian the next. Just a bit of texturizing spray, a tousle with your fingers, and you're out the door. And when it comes to fashion, these hairstyles pair beautifully with effortless pieces, an oversized white blouse, square retro sunglasses, and a minimalist silver bracelet. It's that perfect mix of art and ease, nothing perfectly matched, yet everything in harmony. From a technical standpoint, asymmetrical and shag style layers also have a structural benefit. By redistributing weight unevenly, the hair falls more naturally and moves more freely. According to the American Hair Institute 2024 *67% of women over 60 reported fuller, more voluminous hair after switching to lightweight layers or asymmetrical cuts. The reason? Better airflow, less tension on the scalp, and more natural texture. And here's a bonus: light layers catch and reflect more light, which subtly brightens the skin tone. It's a glow up, literally, without a drop of makeup or filler. I often tell my clients, there are no limits to beauty, only the limits we put on ourselves. The moment you choose something new, something bold, even if it's just one side a little longer than the other, you're reminding yourself that change is still part of your story. And I've seen it time and again. Once a woman dares to try something unexpected, everything around her starts to shift too. Because hair isn't just about how we look, it's how we tell the world who we are, and who we're becoming. So, if you've ever looked in the mirror and thought, I'm ready for a little rebellion, the graceful kind, this might be your sign. Asymmetrical and soft shag cuts aren't about fitting in, they're about standing beautifully apart. And as we move forward toward something even more refined and timeless, think Parisian-inspired elegance. Remember this: freedom is the most luxurious accessory a woman can wear. There are some hairstyles that don't just look beautiful, they feel like a story. And the French bob is exactly that kind of story. It's short, sleek, effortlessly polished, that perfect length that just grazes the jawline and says, I woke up like this, and I look amazing. It's the ultimate expression of asterisk chic without trying, asterisk. And when you pair it with curtain bangs, those soft, face-framing pieces that fall like a whisper, you get a look that's youthful, elegant, and unmistakably Parisian. According to asterisk Vogue Paris Trend Forecast 2025 asterisk, this combination is expected to dominate next year's beauty scene. Not because it's trendy, but because it's timeless. It works for every age, especially for women in their 50s and 60s who've found their confidence and want to express it with subtle sophistication. The French bob isn't loud. It's quiet confidence, the kind that turns heads without ever asking for attention. I'll never forget a story from L'Oreal's Ageless Beauty campaign. One of the older models, her silver hair glistening under the studio lights, chose the French bob and said, "It makes me feel like I'm living in Paris every morning, even when I'm just making coffee in my kitchen." That line stuck with me, because that's exactly what this haircut does. It doesn't just change how you look, it changes how you feel about your everyday life. When cut right, the French bob is all about light and proportion. The length frames your face, shows off the neck, and lets light naturally bounce onto your skin. A 2024 study by the British Beauty Institute found that women who wear chin-length cuts with neutral or silver tones appear ** 4 to 6 years younger *, purely due to the way light reflects around the face. And when you add curtain bangs *, something magical happens, your face opens up. The parted fringe softens the forehead, draws attention to the eyes, and gives that effortless lift we all want without ever touching a needle. I always tell my clients, curtain bangs aren't just a style, they're a soft focus filter for your face. They don't hide who you are. They simply highlight your best features in a gentle, flattering way. They cover just enough to blur fine lines, but never enough to hide your expression. That's why they work on every woman, at every age. I once worked with a client named Claire, 61, from Boston, an art lover who adored Europe but hadn't been to Paris in years. She told me, "I can't move to Paris, but I want to bring a little Paris into my life." We gave her a French bob with light, wispy curtain bangs, and toned her natural brown hair with soft ash and silver hues. When she looked in the mirror, she smiled and said, "I don't need to be in Paris anymore. I am Paris." That moment was pure magic, and proof that sometimes, the right haircut can change your entire state of mind. That's why I always say the French bob isn't just a haircut, it's a lifestyle. French women believe beauty isn't about perfection, it's about presence. A few strands out of place? That's the charm. It's the imperfection that makes it so real, so alive. According to Marie Claire France over * 70% of French women over 50 * maintain a jaw-length cut because it keeps their face bright and youthful, without ever trying too hard. They don't chase trends, they embody them. The magic of Parisian beauty lies in one thing, effortlessness. French women never try to look young, they aim to look authentic, *. And that's why they always look so timeless. A slightly tousled bob, a hint of red lipstick, a striped blouse or a simple linen dress, and suddenly, you're not just stylish, you're iconic. You can live in New York, Miami, or Seattle, but with this haircut, you carry a little piece of Paris wherever you go. Can you picture it? Morning sunlight streaming through the window, your hair softly brushing your cheek, a cup of coffee in hand. You don't need perfection, you just need that feeling. That quiet, unshakable sense of, I'm exactly who I want to be. That's what the French bob and curtain bangs give you. From a fashion standpoint, this haircut is the perfect base for any look. Pair it with a crisp white shirt, a tailored blazer, or a delicate silk scarf. And never underestimate the power of a red lip, what French women call their ageless armor. It's that one detail that pulls everything together and says, without words, I am effortlessly elegant. I often tell my younger stylists, a great haircut doesn't make you look like someone else, it helps you see yourself more clearly. That's exactly what the French bob and curtain bangs do. They don't erase your age, they illuminate it. They don't hide who you are, they let you shine because of who you are. Because in the end, true elegance never goes out of style. It isn't about youth, it's about attitude. It's about waking up every day, running your fingers through your hair, and thinking, I'm still me, and I love that woman. And maybe that's the most Parisian thing of all. Turning 60 isn't a period, it's a comma in the sentence of your style. Because fashion, hair, and confidence don't end with age, they simply evolve. Your hair isn't just the frame for your face. It's the language of your identity. Every strand carries a story of who you are, where you've been, and how beautifully you've lived. After 60, you don't need to chase youth. You just need to shine, in your own way. True beauty isn't about trying to look younger. It's about showing the world your confidence, your calm, and your elegance. It's that quiet kind of radiance that only comes from a woman who's lived, loved, and learned to love herself. So this week, I want you to do one small thing. Change a little detail in your hair, maybe trim your bangs, add a soft warm tone, or try a new way of styling it. Then take a moment to look in the mirror. You might be surprised to see a woman who looks alive, refreshed, and more confident than she's felt in years. And I'd love to hear from you. Share in the comments which hairstyle you'd like to try next, or tell me about a time recently when you looked in the mirror and thought, yes, that's me. That's the woman I love seeing. Because when we share those moments, we inspire other women to rediscover their own beauty too. And remember, what you've watched today is just one part of a bigger journey. If you're truly serious about feeling more confident, youthful, and radiant every day, then the next video, don't buy new clothes until you watch this Italian style guide, Fashion Trends 2025, is something you absolutely can't miss. Because your hair is where your style begins, but the way you dress is how your story continues. In that next video, I'll show you how Italian-inspired fashion can completely transform your look without spending a fortune, or even buying a single new item. Because real elegance isn't about owning more, it's about expressing who you are, beautifully, boldly, and unapologetically. So stay tuned, the best version of you is still unfolding.